sports fans, I'm Bria Kelly with Franchise Sports, here to bring you the Blitz Analysis B series. Today we'll be catching you up on the FSU women's basketball team and also revisiting in depth the Duke FSU women's basketball game, which ended in a 67-57 defeat at the hands of the number 5 ranked Lady Blue Devils. Duke came to the Civic Center with an unblemished record in ACC play and had beaten the Lady Seminoles in Durham in their last contest. Joining us in studio is FS analyst and former FSU staff writer Ariel Bedford. Ariel, what was your take on the Duke FSU game?
Well, you know, I have my thoughts on the Duke FSU game, but I think you should kind of take the role of analyst since you went to the game. What do you think about the game?
Okay, yes, I did attend the game with my dad and his Lady Rams basketball team, and I thought the game was good in the beginning, but took a downfall towards the end. The first half was neck and neck. They left the Duke with a 7 lead, but the second half, Duke just took the momentum and ended up pressing them and having one-on-one defense that gave them the lead.
Okay.
Speaking of Duke taking the lead, Duke took a 32-25 lead into halftime and a 12-2 run in the second half, ballooned their lead all the way to 19. Lady Blue Devil sophomore Haley Peters led her team with 18 points on 8 of 14 shooting. Ariel, how was Duke able to hold on to the victory against Florida State?
By shooting 58.3% in the second half, Duke really shot lights out, and it was really hard for FSU to overcome. Even though they got a couple extra turnovers, extra possessions through their defense, Duke just made too many tough shots.
And what do you think of Haley Peters and her team?
She was awesome. The Duke guards, no matter what FSU did on defense, and you know, FSU really actually played well to a certain extent in this game, but no matter what FSU did on defense, at the end of the day, Duke won too many of the one-on-one matchups on offense. When they needed the big shots, they were able to make them.
Well, though FSU can overcome the offensive efficiency of the Lady Blue Devils, the Lady Seminoles played through the final whistle, cutting Duke's lead nearly in half, thanks in part to sophomore forward Natasha Howard. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 steals. Ariel, what were some of the positives that FSU can take back from this particular contest?
Hustle. No matter whether it's prep, college, pro, men's, women's, you name it. Whenever you're down by more than 15 points with the game in hand, a lot of teams will quit on you. Coach Semrau's team did not quit on her, and she said that she was very proud of the team. You think about Natasha Howard running down layups. You know, stuff like that, that always carries over regardless of the result of a game. Another thing that Coach Semrau and Natasha and a couple other players talked about was a stratagem called 5 hot. Now, judging by some of the highlights of the game, I think 5 hot might be alluding to stopping a team with FSU's half-court defense and then transitioning on offense to get easy buckets and easy offensive opportunities, sped up offensive opportunities. Duke was the number 5 team ranked in the country, so the fact that they were able to generate some of those turnovers in the second half, cut that lead by nearly in half, get a couple extra possessions on offense using that 5 hot stratagem, they can go back in the game film and use that for some of their opponents later on down the road. Another thing that was good to see was the fact that DeLuzio, her being the offensive threat for FSU, she was still able to have a good game offensively despite the fact they lost. She had 18 points and a couple trays. It's always good to see that she has her regular game even though they weren't victorious.
There's just been a lot of distraction, and I think sometimes when distraction enters in, the focus suffers. And it can be game time, and it might not have anything to do with how good a free throw shooter you are. And it's really, we are a young team mentally.
Speaking of DeLuzio, as Ariel mentioned, DeLuzio not only led FSU in scoring against Duke, but the Orlando native also became the 27th Seminole player to reach the 1,000-point mark. Unfortunately, though, the Lady Seminoles have been trending downward as of late, falling to the UNC Tar Heels last Wednesday, 71-65, and to the Miami Hurricanes Sunday, 67-60. FSU will take the court again Thursday when they play Clemson at home. Make sure to head to franchisesportsonline.net for the latest info on FSU basketball. With Ariel Bedford, this is Bria Kelly with Franchise Sports.